Hi, I'm Sally.
And I'm Semma, and we are
The Buffy Babes. We're going to be talking all things Buffy, rewatch, reboot, and fun facts.
So, let's go.
In the 10th episode of Buffy, Nightmares, students in Sunnydale begin experiencing their worst fears coming true in the real world, with the nightmares escalating in their severity. The Scooby Gang discovers that these nightmares are leaking into reality because of a young boy in a coma after a mysterious attack. To stop the chaos, Buffy must uncover the boy's secret and help him face the source of his fear, while simultaneously confronting her own deepest fears.
This one is so cool and really sad, but also really, really cool.
Yeah, there were so many points in this episode where I felt so sorry for Buffy. Like, so sorry for Buffy.
She seemed to have the brunt of it, didn't she? She seemed to have the brunt of like the worst nightmares. Like, Willow's worst night was that she couldn't sing.
Yeah.
Cordelia, I loved Cordelia.
Cordelia with the hair again. Turning into a geek.
She was she was late for the chess team or something. She's like, I'm not on the chess team, I swear. Like, obviously it's really traumatic for her, but it's just absolutely hilarious, and I like that because she doesn't really have many levels to her yet. Like, her character development is quite huge. So at the moment, in these early stages, in especially this early season, she is very like shallow and constantly thinking about herself and what she's wearing and what she looks like, because that is her entire world until she's, pulled into the supernatural world. So it's very interesting to see that reflection of like her nightmares compared to then Buffy's. At that point as well.
It'd be really interesting to see it like this same episode idea later on, wouldn't it? To see how everyone's fears have changed, what they worry about the most.
And to be honest, you'd think that Giles would have worse nightmares than not being able to read, but maybe it just didn't come round to him that much.
Well, it does with him failing Buffy as a watcher and her turning into a vampire, doesn't it?
I guess so, yeah, because his worst like fear was her dying.
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah. Oh, fair enough, yeah. Because I sort of see that as hers, because her dying and her being a vampire is her fear. Yeah. So I sort of like forgot that that's also his fear, so...
Yeah, I mean, the logistics of this episode, the more you think about it, kind of the more confusing it gets. Like, whose nightmare belongs to who? How does it work? Like, is everyone in the school involved in this nightmare? Because it starts, the first nightmare that we see is the boy with the spiders in class. He opens his book and all the spiders climb out. And everyone in the class can see the spiders. Everyone reacts. So even though it's his nightmare, it's happening to everybody. But then later on, it's Buffy's late for a test. I can't remember what subject, maybe history.
Yeah, history.
And she has no idea that it's on. She hasn't studied any of that. Which, that's my worst nightmare as well.
Yeah.
But then everybody else is doing the test and nobody else is affected by that. Like, they all knew the test was going on. It was just Buffy.
But maybe
so was that actually
part of her nightmare?
It's,
but maybe that's part of her nightmare of everyone else feeling like they know what's happening and she doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, even Cordelia was like super studious and doing really well, and Buffy's like, well, how does Cordelia even know what we're doing? Like, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe that's part of the nightmare of that everybody knew and she didn't. I've actually had that exact nightmare, but it was maths, apart from not history. And I literally like kept forgetting to go to the class, and then there was the exam, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot to go to the whole year of classes. What am I gonna do? I don't even know what maths we're doing.
That was the dream that I most related to. I've had so many nightmares about forgetting to do assignments that are due that I just haven't done them. Not going to class all year, and then suddenly there's a test or something. And even literally, I think it was last year, I had a dream where I had a chemistry project, and I haven't done chemistry since 2003. Like, why am I still worried about this?
Literally, this math stream that I was just talking about, I already had that like a month ago. I've been an artist for 10 years now. I haven't done maths. Like, I don't need to. And it's so weird how your mind still has these fears, isn't it?
Yeah. Your
Um,
subconscious is telling you something, Summer.
oh, I don't want to do any more maths, never again. But even like the Xander one with turning up naked to class, I've actually had that one as well.
Oh, I've never had that one.
Yeah, I never did until like it was like last year, and I remember so distinctly. I don't know, I walked into some sort of room. I don't even remember what the dream was, but I remember being naked, and I was just like, oh no,
Mm.
what happened to my clothes? I'm sure I was wearing some. Like it's such a weird feeling. You feel so exposed. It's hilarious.
But yeah,
Um,
it was interesting seeing each of their deepest fears, wasn't it?
mm,
Like it's a real
yeah,
insight into their personality
yeah.
and the kinds of things that they consider to be important to them.
And I also liked the way that the whole episode itself was directed because it did start off quite
Mm,
like you weren't sure if like with the boy with the spiders and then Buffy's late for her test, like it creeps
yeah,
into spiraling out of control.
yeah,
So you sort of think that it's just a normal episode, normal things are happening, well, normal for Sunnydale, and you don't really realize that everything happening is a nightmare that slowly gets worse and worse and worse. So
yeah,
I quite liked that. And even the transition of locations, I really liked that as
yeah.
well. So one minute you're in one place and then the next minute you're in another, because that's exactly what happens in your dreams, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. The whole episode plays out like a dream where it starts
Yeah,
off quite normal and then suddenly things get crazier and crazier. But
yeah,
it's all just so matter of fact, like this is just happening. Oh, okay. Suddenly it's nighttime there. Suddenly there's a
mm,
graveyard there. Like suddenly
yeah,
Buffy's a vampire. It all just kind of happens.
yeah. So I really like the way it was directed. I think it really, I guess, played off the actual concept really well
Mm,
without being like annoying because I normally hate like, oh, it was all a dream kind of
mm,
things. I always hate that. I find them really annoying because it sort of like just takes away everything that you've just watched.
yeah.
But this was very clever in the way that it didn't take that away because when I guess the spell was broken or whatever because the little boy woke up, they were still there in the hospital. So
Yeah.
it's like, yes, it did
Yeah.
happen. It's just that
Yeah.
it's finished now. So I
Yeah.
quite like the way it was like that rather than, I don't know, like waking
Them
up in the library
physically
or
waking
something.
up. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I really like the way that transition ended as well because it made it still feel like it was a real thing that was happening rather
Yeah.
than everybody just being in a dream. So I'm pleased that they did it that way.
And it's also, although it's, like dreamlike in the episode or, nightmare like, I suppose,
Mm.
it's not too crazy. Like, oh, I can't think. What's the episode at the end of season 4 where they all fall asleep?
Oh yeah, like that is mental that one.
It's all
The
just
guy with
so
the cheese
crazy.
and
Yeah, yeah,
very
yeah.
loopy.
Yeah, and like films like Alice in Wonderland, I don't like just because they're too trippy and too weird, and I just don't like it. But this feels solid. It's
Yeah,
still happening like a dream, but it feels,
yeah.
yeah,
And you can sort of see like budget wise what they were working with as well
yeah,
because
absolutely.
they obviously didn't do a lot of like special effects or anything like that like you could do if it was a dream. There's a lot of
Hmm.
things that they could have done, but
That's
they
true.
did
Yeah.
actually they were quite resistant or not all resistant. I don't know, they were quite held back, I suppose, probably by budget, but they
Mm,
still made it feel like lots of things were going wrong.
yeah.
Um, and it was just a different state of reality. But man, I felt so sorry for that child. Like,
Oh, I know.
oh, and I don't like that at the end, Xander sort of like, he says that line that's just so, makes it so like brushing it off. What does he say? Oh yeah, he makes it so like inappropriate of like, oh yeah, I'm surprised it wasn't one of the teachers.
Mm,
Like, have you seen Little League? I'm surprised it wasn't one of the teachers.
mm.
And it's just like brushing off the fact that this little boy was literally beaten up by
Beaten
his
into a coma. But
into a
yeah,
coma
yeah,
and probably would have never woken up hadn't it been for Buffy.
yeah,
Um, and I know it's supposed to be because it's a teen drama. It's supposed to be a little bit lighthearted rather than so like dark and
yeah,
dramatic.
yeah.
But I just still that comment really annoyed me.
It's introducing a really serious topic, as a lot of Buffy episodes seem to do,
Yeah.
especially in this season,
Yeah.
in a more, I don't know, approachable kind of way, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not really dealing with the realities of it, is it? It's doing it in a
Yeah.
fantastical way of,
Mm.
oh, this is a monster we can beat kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like that was a really creepy monster. I didn't like that monster.
Yeah, neither.
I remember seeing it when I was younger as well, and I just very
Oh, that
creeped
would have
me
been
out.
really scary.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I love what Giles said at the end, and Willow's like freaking out. He's like, Willow, do shut up.
I liked
And
the
I,
what was it? Like the kind of throwback or throw forward to Once More with Feeling,
mm,
where what is it? Um oh, Xander goes, are our dreams coming true? And Giles goes, dreams. That would be a musical comedy version of this. And then later on in Once More with Feeling, Willow sings, I've got a theory, some kid is dreaming and we're all stuck inside his wacky Broadway nightmare. I love that kind of the
yeah.
correlation between the two episodes there.
Yeah, like overlapping.
Yeah.
Because you'd think that, like, sometimes the same thing might happen again. Like, it
Mm.
wouldn't just happen once, surely.
Actually,
Um,
yeah, that's a really good point. Aside from vampires, we rarely see monsters more than once, do we?
yeah, exactly. Even like these things with this child,
Yeah,
he's not like the only one that's been beaten up and stuck in his
yeah,
nightmare, or like the invisible girl. But then it was
yeah,
obvious at the end of that. I can't wait for that one. But it was obvious at the end of that wasn't the first time that had
yeah,
happened, which was really
exactly.
interesting.
That's a really cool ending for that episode, isn't it?
Ah, I can't wait for that episode. It's very exciting. It's such a good one. Yeah, and again, clowns are creepy. Great.
Yeah, yeah,
They're in there. Especially that clown with the knife and stuff.
I
It's like,
know. Do you know what? For all the Xander hating I've done so far, I loved it when he punched the clown in the face. It was
yes,
just like,
yes.
yeah, go Xander.
I even loved his line when he's like asking Giles like what's going on, and Giles is like, "It's Billy." And he's like, "Oh, that
Yeah.
explanation was shorter than usual. It's Billy. Who's Billy?" Like, I just like, even though I don't like him, he is very good at executing things, like
Yeah.
specific lines in such a good way that it
Really
is,
good comedic timing and
yes,
delivery, isn't
really
it?
good.
Mm.
Yeah. And that was a classic example of that, where
Yeah.
it was just really funny the way he said that.
I think
Um,
when I first watched Buffy, that was what stood out to me most about Xander, rather than,
mm,
the creepiness and sleaziness and stuff
yeah.
like that. It was his humor and
Yes.
yeah, lines like that,
Yeah.
which yeah, which
Definitely.
which really
You
stood
don't
out to me.
notice the creepiness until you actually, I guess, become a woman, and then you realize how creepy he is. But when
Mm.
you're not a woman yet and you haven't been subjected to like creepiness
Mm.
of men, then you don't really see it. Like even at the beginning when he's like, "Oh, I don't remember what the teacher was talking about," until Buffy were reminded him, "Oh, she was wearing that tight
Yeah.
sweater."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh yeah, I remember now." It's like
Yeah.
that again is so sleazy and so creepy.
I mean, if I had a friend who spoke like that, I just wouldn't be friends with them.
No, it's
I
just
wouldn't want to
too
be
like
around that.
icky, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Like I don't think Buffy would either. I think she was forced into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do think like if Willow wasn't friends with Xander, they wouldn't necessarily be friends. Like
Mm.
Buffy and Willow would definitely be friends because they get
Agreed.
along really well and their
Yeah.
friendship grows beautifully, like especially when they're at university together. I really like how their friendship transitions and yeah, Xander is just sort of like the third wheel. I do.
Mm.
I do feel like that he is a bit like that. Sometimes he isn't in specific episodes and specific things he does and says. Like later on, I love the whole big speech he gives Dawn when she thought she was the potential. Like I literally cry every time he gives that speech to
Oh,
her about how
yeah.
she's extraordinary, how she's like
Yeah.
extraordinarily ordinary or whatever it was. I love that speech. So he does hit the nail on the head sometimes,
Yeah,
but
that's true.
most of the time he's just a sleazy pinwheel.
Maybe I need to make more of an effort to try and see the good in Xander, but I'm finding that hard at the moment.
Yeah. But there's just a line now and then that lets you see how funny he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a really good episode. I really enjoyed it. And again, like at the beginning, it was back with the Master, but then you don't really see the Master again, sort
Mm,
of. Like he buries Buffy alive, but then
mm,
there's not really a game. He's not really into it. And we're
yeah.
like, episode 10 now, and he's
Yeah.
supposed to be the big bad.
2
We
episodes
haven't.
away from the grand finale, and he's
Yeah.
just fannying
I
around
was
in a dream.
Yeah, he's literally, I think it's because his sort of current story is so boring. There's no point talking about it because
Mm,
he's literally stuck there. He can't do
yeah.
anything. He's
Yeah.
stuck there in that little weird church underground
Yeah.
place and he can't do anything. He just has to talk to this child all day. So
Yeah.
he's very bored.
Like the episode where he tries to get the 3 to kill Buffy was good
Mm,
because it's him
mm,
actually doing something, it's driving his own little
mm,
plot forward. And then when that fails, it's like, well, what else can you do? Nothing. So
mm.
let's look at another monster or, you know, supernatural
Yeah.
phenomenon this week.
But then it makes me think, why did he want to go and have Buffy killed if he knew about the prophecy of her releasing him? Or did he not know
Mm.
about the prophecy yet? Because if he had
Hmm.
her killed, and if the 3 were triumphant in killing her, then she couldn't come, like she couldn't be led into the mouth of hell by the child, by the
Yeah.
that one, and he couldn't be released.
When do we hear
So
about that? Do you remember?
it was like a few episodes after that is the one, the anointed one,
Yeah.
is when we hear about the prophecy of the anointed one,
Okay.
and Buffy was trying to stop that. But that was only after he'd already tried to kill her.
Yeah.
So then how did he, like, does he have books down there, or did someone tell him, be like, hey,
Some
you shouldn't kill her
vampires
because,
researching.
you
Yeah.
know, yeah, don't kill her, you kind of need her, you know.
Call
But
it off.
then
Call it off.
it also goes back to like the harvest, the very first 2 episodes of when
Yeah.
he was almost released by having that guy.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
that mean
Yeah.
that the
Yeah.
anointed one was like a plan B?
Plan B.
Like,
Yeah.
if was that not gonna happen if the master then was released because of the harvest person?
Yeah.
So
You'd
it
assume
is.
so, wouldn't you?
Yeah, because then if he was released, he wouldn't need the anointed one, so they
Mm.
wouldn't have need to make the child, and then that wouldn't even be in the books, or it would be in the books, but they wouldn't need that information in the books because he's already up.
Mm.
So
I mean,
yeah,
presumably there's different ways around it, I suppose, or he
well, I
doesn't he
guess
doesn't he
so.
doesn't really know what's going to work. So
Yeah, it's like, oh, you get 4 tries if you do this thing.
yeah.
After that, sorry, we haven't written any more books about it. There is no more information for you.
Mm,
So, because it's not like one of those things of like, this happened thousands of years ago and this will always happen kind of thing. It's like,
mm,
he was trapped down there by trying to open the mouth of hell. And then for some reason, he's got like 2 goes or 3 goes at trying to get out. And like, who came up with that?
mm.
But yeah, so
I
it's
don't know.
interesting.
Yeah.
I guess that could be technically a plot hole, couldn't
I
it?
think it probably could.
Yes, yes.
I don't think we're supposed to consider that. I
Hmm.
don't think we're supposed to read too much into that.
Yeah, well, I like to read into
Well, we
things.
are.
Yeah,
So
we're gonna
screw
read
that.
into it as much as we like. But yeah, anyway, so I do it would have been nice if the anointed one didn't happen, but then she wouldn't have been led in there and whatever, and then Spike wouldn't have his classic line of like calling him the annoying one, and it's quite
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for season 2. I
Me
do like this
too.
season. I do love season 1 just because it is so cheesy and it is like it's a nice breath of fresh air. It's not too deep. It's not too
Mm,
scary because Buffy does start to get a lot deeper, a lot
hmm.
scarier, I suppose, in
Yeah.
different ways. And this is the only season that isn't like that because it's the first one. It is a
Yeah.
lot lighthearted and cheesier. Um, but I do love season 2. I think season 2 is my favorite. Which one is yours?
2 or 6.
Yeah, The six, really? I think
Yeah.
five. Five has got to be the second favorite because of Glory and everything.
Mm,
Love Glory. I actually think she's my favorite baddie.
I quite like season 4 as well. Is that controversial?
Season four's good, but it's probably not the best.
I think probably 2 and 6 definitely. And I really like season 3 as well. Yeah, I really like
Season three
season
is
3
good
too.
because of Faith, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, that's
definitely.
just a lot going on, and Angel comes back, and
Yeah.
1 and 7 are definitely down the bottom.
Really? I'd say one and
Mm,
six is down the bottom. I don't like six.
we're gonna
I
have a
f
lot to talk about when we get to season
Yeah, we
6.
are. We really when we eventually get there. But yeah, I'm not a fan of six. I think because it's just too sad. It's just too
Yeah.
sad. I don't like seeing
I
Buffy
mean, I've
that
seen a
sad.
lot online about people not liking season 6, but season 6 just has so many standout episodes to me. Maybe as a
Mm,
season, like the whole storyline,
mm,
maybe it's not that good, but some like oh, I can't remember what it's called, the one where um one of those loser three gives her
yeah.
like she gets stabbed by a demon or whatever and she thinks she's going
Oh, Normal
crazy.
Again. I love
Yeah.
that
And she doesn't know
one.
if
She's in
she's
the
really locked in
asylum.
asylum. And it ends with her in the
Yes.
asylum, and you're like, oh,
Yes.
is she really in
Yes.
the asylum? Is she really
That
crazy? That is such
that
a good
is one of my
episode.
favorites. Yeah, that is such a good episode. That is one of my favorite episodes.
Hmm.
I do hate the trio. They're
The
part of
trio,
what
yeah.
makes season six so unbearable
Yeah.
because I just hate them. Because Buffy saved them as well. Why are they being
I
so rude
know.
and like
I know.
oh, I just hate them. And Warren is such a horrible,
Warren, oh,
horrible
he's the worst,
character.
isn't he? Yeah.
He is honestly the worst.
But I mean, I think them as the baddies work so well, but so horribly because they're like our real world
Mm,
baddies, aren't they?
mm,
Like
I guess
men doing
so.
atrocious things to women,
But I think
and
that's why I don't like it. I don't like it when
yeah,
things are too close to reality. Like I'm
yeah,
watching supernatural things to escape reality, please.
that's true. That's true.
Yes. I don't want to watch something that could be a documentary.
Yeah,
Because
pretty
it's
much.
funny what the psychologist says in Normal Again. He's like, you used to fight gods
Oh
and
yeah,
demons, and now you're fighting three little men. Like
yeah,
that is so what everyone was probably thinking as well,
yeah.
which I think is really clever way of putting it.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I
But
really
where can
like.
you go after fighting a literal god? Anything's going to be a step down, isn't it?
Mm, yeah. I guess why I don't I that's why I don't even like the first in season seven as well as a
Really?
baddie. I feel like it's so like nothingy because it's what? It's just evil itself. It's
It's
just
so abstract, isn't it?
it's too abstract, yeah. So that's why they've got like Caleb and stuff that she can actually
Yeah,
fight, which is great.
yeah,
I like Caleb as a
yeah,
baddie, he's
yeah.
good. And I do like all the potentials becoming all slayers and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, potentials are really annoying because teenage girls are annoying,
Hmm.
but that's just, I think that because they played their part well in that respect, you know?
Yeah, they were annoying as they should have been.
Yes, exactly. Um, yeah, so Sally, do you have any fun facts for us about this
I
episode?
do, as always, have some fun facts about this episode.
Yes.
So, this episode was actually filmed earlier than some
Oh,
of the ones that went before it, but it was aired later, shuffled around just to balance the tone and pacing of episodes across the whole series,
oh,
which
okay,
is
that's
quite interesting. Yeah.
interesting.
I would love to know where in the sequence it was actually filmed, like what episodes it was
Because
supposed to come before.
I guess it could have come straight after the Anointed episode, couldn't it? Because the little
Mm,
boy's in it, so it couldn't be any earlier than that.
yeah, yeah,
It would have to have been after the Anointed episode. So
yeah.
interesting.
Sarah Michelle Gellar's makeup took between 2 and 3 hours. And
Mm,
although she was made to look the same as the other vampires, it was customized to keep her more recognizable, emphasizing her eyes and her cheekbones. So she
yes.
wasn't quite as, monstrous as some of the other vampires we see.
Hmm.
And Sarah Michelle Gellar has an irrational fear of cemeteries and being buried alive. And she said that she couldn't do the scene where she was buried alive, but through
Right.
miscommunication, she had to film it. And she said it was 4 a.m. and she cried all the way home. And
Oh,
this
poor
is even
thing.
worse when you consider that she had to do it again in season 6. That she was buried alive
Yeah.
in season 6 again and had to claw
Why
her way
can't
out
they
of a
use a stunt
coffin.
person for that?
I know.
Oh, poor woman. That is horrible.
And Nicholas Brandon also had a fear of clowns. So it wasn't just the
Yeah.
characters' fears, it was the actors' fears as well coming out on
Yeah.
set.
Oh, that would be really hard. Like, especially if you're scared of spiders as well and you had to have one crawling on your face. Like,
Oh my God, I
no,
couldn't do
thank
it.
you. I would quit.
Do you know what? I saw something pop up on Instagram today, and it must have been a very old interview with Alison Hannigan. And
Mm,
the question was something like who was ready to leave the show by the end of the series kind of thing. And she said like Sarah Michelle Gellar 100%. And I think everyone has said the same because she was on set for so long, doing all
mm,
her own stunts, in basically every scene. She was there
mm.
working so, so hard. And yeah,
Yeah.
now having read this, that she didn't want to be buried alive and she still had to do it at 4
Twice.
a.m. and then went home crying, like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that is dedication to your craft, isn't it?
That is, yeah. Yeah, gosh, poor woman. That's really hard. I really do love her vampire look though. I think she looks so
Yeah.
cool. And it's kind of sad that it never sort of happened again because I would love to have seen more of her as a
I
vampire.
really liked watching her fight as a vampire. Oh, although
Mm,
something that I did think was that, I mean, I know it's a dream, so things don't quite work out the same, but
mm,
even when she was a vampire, she didn't have the same instincts as a vampire. Like she didn't want to drink blood. She didn't want
mm,
to attack people. None of that.
mm.
She was just
Because she was still
dead
her.
and looked like a vampire. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
funny.
Yeah, interesting. But she still, I liked the whole like growling as well while she fought because it
Mm,
sounded like if you closed your eyes, it literally sounds like lion, which was really
mm,
cool. So I like that she was like, yeah, being a lioness, fighting.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I really
no,
liked
really
watching
cool.
her fight as a vampire.
Me
It would have been cool
too.
to see to have that come up more often, but I suppose there's
Yeah,
only so many ways you can have her be a vampire without really being a vampire.
yeah. But like, I was also thinking in terms of like her being a vampire slayer and then becoming a vampire, does that mean that she would be like a lot stronger than both? Because she would have
Oh,
vampire
yeah,
strength
super strength for
and
both.
slayer
Yeah,
strength.
yeah, 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 maybe.
So would it add together or would it
Or
cancel
would
out?
yeah, would it just be like, well, you're already strong, you're not going to get any stronger.
Oh, but it would be cool if she was even stronger
I know. The
and she'd be
ultimate
like super strong, like a
vampire slayer
hybrid.
who's actually a vampire. What?
Yes. Yes, that would be really cool.
Maybe that's going
Oh,
to be the reboot.
it could be.
You never know.
Well, she's not exactly aging, is she? She could literally be a vampire.
That's true. That's true. She still looks amazing.
She looks incredible. So, yeah, she could definitely be a vampire. So, speaking of the reboot,
Hmm. So one thought I had, kind of following on from earlier, we were talking about the cheesy special effects and budget limitations and things like that.
mm,
That's kind of something that's made Buffy throughout the whole
yeah,
show. I kind of wonder, is it going to be the same in the reboot? Because presumably they're going to have quite a big budget for it, aren't they? Are they going to have all
yeah.
the latest technology and like
Mm.
CGI effects and stuff? Or are they going
I
to
just,
kind of keep it
yeah,
true to their roots and have little puppets and,
yeah. Well,
the old
they might not
classics?
have puppets, but I do feel like if they're gonna use CGI and special effects and computer generated, whatever, just to limit that, because I feel
Mm,
like the more you do that, especially like say in current day movies, like even Marvel movies and stuff, I hate
mm,
how much it's more centered
mm.
around the fighting and blowing up of stuff
Yeah.
than the actual story.
It overtakes the acting and the
Yeah,
storyline, doesn't it?
because even these early episodes, the actual fight scene, like the big fight scene of like when she's fighting that guy with the bat, like the monster with
Yeah.
the bat hand,
Yeah.
it's not very long at all. It's not a
No.
long
It's
fight scene.
literally her and Billy running away and then they
Yeah,
fight later on. Like,
yeah, like that's the big fight scene. That's
mm,
the end of it. She's fought the bad
the
thing,
big
and it
climactic, yeah,
yes,
finish.
exactly. And it wasn't very long. It wasn't special effectsy. It was just real. And
Yeah.
that's a lot of her stuff. Like, I think the longest fight scene she's ever had was probably in Showtime with the vampire, and she was trying to show all the potentials. Look, this is how I'd kill it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, that's probably the longest, or maybe Faith has got a lot of long fight scenes, but they're both Slayers, that's why.
Mm,
That's a bit different. So it's not the same. Like when she does fight people, it's not really that long and it's
mm,
not hugely dramatic in the same way that a lot of current fighting movie things are
mm.
like.
So maybe they will just keep it more people focused
I
and
hope
on
so.
like hand to hand combat kind of thing rather than like these big
Yeah.
CGI monsters and demons and things like that.
Exactly. I really hope they don't do that because they don't need to do that.
Mm,
People love this because of the story, because of character
mm,
development, because of relatability, not
mm.
because it's spent the most money on
Yeah.
special effects.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's very evident in this earlier seasons that they haven't, because they don't have the budget. Where they have
Mm,
spent the money is in prosthetics, and the prosthetics also make it more believable and more exciting and more like something real that you can put your hands on, you know? It
yeah,
makes it more
yeah.
exciting in that way. So I do wish that they would do more prosthetics. It'll be nice to see, especially with the vampires, because obviously it's
Oh,
Buffy,
that'll
it's
be
the
so
Buffy
nice to see
universe.
again, won't it?
Isn't it? It's the Buffy universe. As Sarah Michelle Gellar said in her latest interview, she was saying it's the Buffy world.
Yeah.
So if it's the Buffy world, then surely the prosthetics of the vampire faces themselves would be the same.
You don't think they'll update it or change them?
Why would they need to?
New
Why?
era?
Why?
I mean,
Why?
you're saying this as someone who's been a fan for like 25 years.
Yeah.
You know,
But why change
from
something if it's not broken?
but from I mean maybe it is broken. Maybe they can do it
Mm,
a different way that means there's less time spent in the makeup chair for
mm,
actors, or it's more environmentally friendly, or
mm,
it's something which they can show their facial expressions better in. Like there could be a whole number of reasons why they might change
mm.
it.
I guess
And it
so.
might just look different as a result of that.
Maybe, maybe. I just hope it doesn't look too different because, like, say, like shows like The Vampire Diaries, they don't really have
Mm,
any prosthetics. It's just like
mm,
veins under
the
their eyes, and
veins,
oh, you're a
yeah.
vampire now.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like I think the good thing about Buffy is they did actually transform. It was a transformative
Mm,
thing from looking like
mm,
a human to not being a human, and it was very different. Even Twilight, they're not different at all,
yeah.
you know? So I
Ooh, they
quite,
sparkle.
yes. So I feel like that's a good thing about Buffy is that they did have this specific transformation.
Mm,
They were human and then they weren't human. They didn't still look human, if you get what I
yeah.
mean. So I
Yeah.
hope fine if they change the prosthetics or they change the procedures or they change what they
I
use,
mean, maybe
they
the old
still
ones
have that
also,
aspect.
yeah, maybe they also just look dated, like maybe compared to everything else around them. Suddenly it'll just look ridiculous having a vampire in those kind of prosthetics.
But isn't that the good thing about Buffy the Vampire Slayer? I don't like it. I
I
want them to
mean,
keep it.
this
Keep
is a
it the same.
hypothetical conversation about things that haven't,
Yeah.
haven't happened yet. But I don't know, I would like to see it the same. But
Mm.
I don't know, there's just something in my mind that says maybe things like that are going to look a little bit
Do you feel
different.
like they'll change it then? They'll
I
update it. They'll
do.
have it more Vampire Diary-y when it's
I mean, maybe the same
less.
idea, but perhaps toned down a bit, or
Hmm.
I don't know, because the mouths and the noses in particular, I think in
Hmm.
Buffy vampires are quite
Hmm.
unique, aren't they? They're like quite
Yeah.
distinctive. Maybe they'll
Yeah.
just tone that down a little bit. Still have the
Mm.
teeth and the like bumpy forehead and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
but perhaps toned down a bit.
It's like more on like that area, the eye area rather than like the whole thing.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
And that's a possibility, isn't it? Especially if they don't want to spend too much. But I don't know. It depends, doesn't it? It'll be interesting to see what they take from the original
It will
in
be.
terms of that universe that has been built
Yeah,
and what they think is part of that universe because they're saying that it's in the Buffy world. So what do
yeah,
they think the Buffy world is compared to like say what the fans think the Buffy world
yeah.
is?
That's so open to interpretation, isn't it?
It is. It's very
I also
open.
I understand that they're trying to just give nothing away, like nothing
Yeah.
at all. So
Yeah, because
I was
obviously
reading.
everyone will have something to say, won't
Yeah,
they?
yeah, and any little comment they make. I mean, even this that it's in the Buffy world. Look at
Mm.
us tearing apart that one little
Yeah.
comment.
What
That
does it mean? Yeah.
there was an interview with, is it the director, Chloe
Yes.
Zhao?
Yeah.
And one of the questions to her was, is Buffy going to be training the next Slayer kind of thing? And
Yeah.
her response was, Sarah Michelle Gellar will very much be in the show. Like she didn't say yes, she didn't say no. She just said that
Yeah.
she's very much going to be in the show.
Yeah.
So they're literally giving us nothing.
Nothing. Yeah. Like someone else asked her a question as well, and she said, I'm a very, very big fan of the show. And that was
Mm,
her answer. It's like
mm,
you didn't say anything.
yeah,
Which I get. Like I quite like that they're not saying anything. They're sort of like just letting it withholding it, I guess, for as long as possible, for literally as long as possible. Like they're not even
yeah.
doing any posters or anything like that. Like I've seen a lot of
No.
AI generated posters going around because I'm part of loads of Buffy Facebook groups, and I see loads of like fans making
Oh, fan
Buffy
made ones, yeah.
posters. Yes, and everyone's like, "Oh, is this one real? Is this one real?" It's obviously not real because they're not doing that yet. Um, but it's very interesting to see what other people's take on what it should be and what they imagine it to be.
Yeah.
Um, Obviously, loads of people keep saying how they want to bring back Terror, and it's like, no, we don't want to bring back characters that have died. Like, just let them be,
Yeah. Also,
I think.
I hate Tara. I don't want her to come back. I do not like her. I was glad that
Why?
she was shot. Oh, she just
No.
annoys me.
Oh
No,
my
okay, that's a
God,
bit far. I wasn't
stay.
glad she was shot, but I was glad she exited the series.
No.
Yeah, I know.
That's terrible.
Maybe
I
that's
love
why I like
Tara and Willow
season 6 so
together.
much. She dies.
No. Oh, that's so sad. Well, we'll have to talk about that later then, because
Yeah.
no, I'm the complete opposite. I love her and I wish she didn't die. She was brilliant, and I love her and Willow. It just gave Willow a really good dynamic, I think. Also having like
I
a
liked her
proper
with
couple
Oz.
on there. There's like no proper couples.
I mean, Xander and Anya were a proper couple, weren't they?
Yeah, until he left her at the altar. I mean, like, come
But
on.
yeah, for a good few seasons there, they were together.
Yeah. But also he treated her terribly. Like he treated her nicely once or twice, but he'd put her down quite a lot. I just didn't like that.
Yeah.
Like he'd always belittle her, like especially when she was working in the maggot shop and she was like, liking money or, doing
Mm,
like actually happy and proud of herself for doing something.
mm.
He'd always find a way to like
To try
belittle
and
her or put
correct
her
her as
down.
well.
Yeah, constantly correcting her. Like what her friend said when her friend came like to be invited for the wedding and she was like, "Are you sure you're happy?" Like he's always correcting you. Like she
Mm,
was totally right. She was totally right.
mm.
Um
Well, I
yeah,
mean,
so
Tara and Willow had their problems as well.
they did.
Willow's little yeah, problems with magic and lying to Tara and
Oh yeah, so that was more Willow's issue rather than Tara. Because
well, it was, but still.
you hate Tara.
She's so
It's so
boring.
funny. Or Tara.
Tara, that's the other thing. Tara.
This is hilarious. I've never seen you hate a character so much. I
I've
can't wait to talk to you about it more.
been holding this in a long time.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, we've got a lot of episodes and seasons before we get to Tara, so don't worry.
All right, come on, let's get through them.
Yeah.
And then I can let all my hate out.
Yeah. So what is the episode we are watching next?
So next is Out of Mind, Out of Sight. What we were talking about before,
Yes.
the Invisible Girl. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, brilliant. Such a good one. And the
Mm-hmm.
actress is really familiar. She's been in quite a lot of
Yeah, I
things.
think she was in oh,
American
what's it
Horror
called?
Story.
She was
She,
also in, come on, Sally, think. The Faculty.
oh, was she?
Was she in The Faculty?
I don't know. I know she was in the American Horror Story. And probably in other stuff too. I feel like I've seen her quite a lot. Um,
Yeah, she was quite in quite a lot of things around that time, wasn't she?
mm. But even later
Um,
as well, because the American Horror Story seasons that she was in, it was like a few years ago. So it wasn't even like then.
yeah.
But yeah, it's such a good episode. I like it because we get it's a more Cordelia episode as well, so we get to know Cordelia a lot more in this one.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I like. I love Cordelia. She is honestly one of my favorite characters.
I mean, yeah, Cordelia and Anya, I would
Mm.
say I love them both. They both have quite
It's
similar personalities in that,
yes, they're
forward,
both the upfront
straight
ones, aren't
talking.
they?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
And I
basically,
like
when
that.
Cordelia left the show, they obviously had to have another character like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's Enter Anya.
Yep.
Filled that role, didn't she?
Yep.
But I do like a character like that that just bluntly says stuff that other people won't because they're too nice to say
Yeah.
it.
But I think any episode where we get more Cordelia is a good episode as well.
Yes, definitely.
So that'll be a good
Yeah.
one to watch.
Yeah, great. Well, fantastic. That was fun. I really enjoyed this episode with you,
Me
chatting
too.
about it.
All
See you
right.
next
See you
time.
next week.
Bye.
What did you think of this episode?
Let us know in the comments below.
Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you again next